Good morning. I'm not going to get far without a microphone. Some audio. Welcome to this episode of Heroes Fury Friday. It's a new little show I decided to put on, and the whole point is to talk about mindset. So, in my journey so far, I've been working as a full-time copywriter for about a year now, and I've been learning tons of stuff. It's been an amazing journey, and I'm still going. I have a long way to go still. Along this journey, I've been learning, especially from my mentor Ray Edwards, that there's a villain. That there's a villain in this world of creating your own business, of online marketing, or whatever you're doing as a business owner, entrepreneur, because it's a visionary kind of thing. It's a creative process. It's an artistic process. You don't just have to be a pianist or a painter or a dancer to really be an artist or be creative, right? Running a business is a hugely creative endeavor. It's very artistic. It is. It's the same kind of thing because you're creating something from nothing, out of an idea in your head. Same way I do when I write music. The same way Picasso did when he painted paintings. The same way Martha Graham did when she came up with choreography. So Ray has taught me that the villain of this visionary, creative, artistic, entrepreneurial journey is the fixed mindset. And I've had my challenges with this fixed mindset for sure. And I bet there's a lot of you out there who also struggle at times with the fixed mindset. I have not conquered this. I still struggle with it. I've made a lot of progress, but I still have struggles. And so after speaking at Ray's event last week, my talk, The Hero's Fury, I don't know, it really, some things clicked in my mind. I've been really working hard to come up with, like, what's my goal here? What's my strategy? What am I trying to achieve long term, both in my business and in my life and in my family? But at the moment, I'm thinking specifically about my business. And to this point, it's been very much survive. Like, okay, got to get clients, got to deliver for those clients so that I have enough money every month to pay the bills. And that's just very, kind of boots on the ground, day to day, make it happen. Eventually, I do want to have a digital courses business, a membership, maybe a mastermind at some point. But I'm not quite there yet. And I have a lot of clients, which is great. But my number one priority right now in my business is to deliver for those clients. And I just onboarding a couple new ones, and I got to make sure I can deliver for them. So I wanted to start this Heroes Fury Friday thing, which is I'm going to rip these all over to a Spotify podcast. So it'll be kind of my second podcast. I'm launching my official copywriting podcast in just a few days on August 14th, Wednesday, August 14th, which I'm super excited about. But this is going to be a secondary podcast. These Heroes Fury Friday videos, I'm going to rip the sound off of them and turn them into a Spotify podcast. So you can follow along there or here on this page, either way. But I want to start talking more about mindset because I'm on a journey to conquer the fixed mindset in my life. And the story of Beethoven and his Hero's Fury is a huge part of how I'm doing this. And it's really inspired me. And I had so many great conversations with many people at Ray's event, and it inspired them. And I thought, this is a unique message that maybe only I can give, at least from that position of being a former professional composer. I'm still a professional composer. I just don't do it full time. And with my experience and having moved over to copywriting, it's a pretty unique position that I'm in, and I feel a duty to share and to talk about it and to start conversations in the hope that somebody out there, you may feel inspired or have an idea to conquer your own fixed mindset. So that's sort of the goal of these little chats. Now, the title of today's is, Does God listen to you? Does he even care? And that's an interesting question. It's something that I have come up against quite a lot. Now, maybe you don't believe in God. That's okay. Really, it's everybody to each their own, no problem. But I believe that this conversation will still apply to you because people like us, people who are creators of businesses, of art, of whatever, we have sort of a visionary mindset. And very often we are in tune to the atmosphere around us, to the people around us, to a higher power. In my case, that higher power I call God. And you may call it the universe or something else. And that's totally okay. I'm not here to, argue about, whose higher power is the right higher power, any of that. I am here to talk about us and how we day to day as human beings with challenges conquer those challenges. And so this question does come up. Does God listen? Is he even hearing me? I'm praying, or maybe if you just, if it's the universe or your conscience, you try to communicate and get guidance or signals to help you on your journey. And so I wanted to share a little thing that happened just this past Monday. I was in Franklin, Tennessee at Ray Edwards' event, and on Monday was the VIP day. And during part of this opening session, Ray opened it up for, after sort of a preamble of a new verve that he has for his business moving forward and sort of giving his business back to God in a sense. He said this great line, the captain is back at the helm, which is a very powerful line. And it really inspired me. And it made me think, gosh, I don't think I've allowed that captain at the helm as much as I should have. And it's time for me also to allow the captain to be fully back at the helm. So a little bit after that, he opened it up for comments or questions. And I had this really strong feeling inside of me that I needed to share something. I didn't know why. Maybe somebody needed to hear it, but I just felt like I should share. And I didn't raise my hand at first. A couple other people went, and then there was a bit of a lull, and they asked for anybody else. I just decided to go for it, raise my hand, and this is basically what I shared. I said, first I was really thankful to everybody. Like, thank you so much for your outpouring of love to me after my talk, and just it was a kind of a scary thing for me. I've never given a talk like that, and I was so glad that it had meant something to so many of them, how kind they'd been. And then I shared this thought. I said, I heard someone say that there are 3 ways to get answers from God, or maybe in your case, it's from the universe or from your conscience or something. But when we're praying and we're asking for something specific, this person who I learned this from said that there are 3 ways. Often we get, or there's 3 types of answers, I should say, not 3 ways, but 3 types of answers. The first is a yes, a clear, this is the right way. The second is a clear, no, this is not the right way. You need to make a change, or a course correction, or a warning, or something. Those 2 ways are really easy to recognize. They're very clear. Oh, I feel like I should do this. Okay. Or, no, I don't feel right about it. Those are pretty easy to recognize. I mean, we have to be in tune and kind of listen to our conscience or to the Holy Spirit, or whatever words you use to describe that. But there's a third way, and this is the hardest way. That way is there's no answer. There's not a clear yes. There's not a clear no. There's just sort of a quietness, no answer. This person I learned this from said, that is God saying he trusts you. The heavens are quiet. God is showing he trusts you. You're living your life as well as you can, and you are praying with all the intent and the faith that you can muster. Sometimes we can only muster a mustard seed worth, but in that case, it's God saying, I trust you. I'll be there. I'll help you. I'll be there. Do it. You decide. You go, and I will be there to help. I trust you. And that's really a hard one sometimes. I've had experiences where big decisions needed to be made. Before I went to Poland, there was a 4 month gap of just absolute silence from above where I was trying to make this really hard decision to leave my family for 9 months. They were going to move in with my parents in Utah. We packed up our whole home in Cincinnati or northern Kentucky and drove across the country and moved in with my parents, moved my wife and my 3 kids at the time and parents. And I was going to go off to Europe for 9 months to explore and do lots of musical things. And gosh, it felt irresponsible. It felt like I was abandoning my family. I was really questioning myself, my existence, what kind of father or husband would do this kind of thing. That was really, really hard. So I prayed and I prayed and I prayed and I fasted. I really firmly in prayer that attaches to fasting the way Jesus taught in the New Testament. This kind, meaning some miracles, this kind cometh not but by great prayer and fasting. Oh my gosh, did I fast and I fasted? Nothing. And many, many times in the past, when I really needed an answer, I would fast, pray, and I would pray. I would get very clear answers. Sometimes it would take a while, maybe a few weeks at the most, but I was getting nothing for 4 months. And this was the hardest decision I'd ever made. I got on the plane on September 11th, 2011, not having an answer. Total blind, kind of like Indiana Jones stepping into the void faith, the leap from the lion's head. Remember that part in the third Indiana Jones film? Oh my gosh. And I got there, and for 3 weeks, I was miserable. I was just questioning everything. And then the beginning of October, the first Sunday in October, there was a special conference at the church I belonged to. It was televised over the internet. And as I was watching it, a flood of answers came in. Oh my goodness, what ooh, it was so hard to make that leap. So to answer the question, does God listen? Does he even care? I want to tell you, yes, he does. Because maybe we believe some different things than each other, you listener out there, but I believe we're children of God. He is our loving Father. And he cares the same way you and I care about our children, more, even, much more. But he also knows that to help us grow, there are times when he has to withdraw his very vivid presence and allow us to take leaps of faith. And so this message today, it's not getting into too much of the original Heroes Fury story with Beethoven and his deafness and everything. Although it kind of is. It's zooming way in on this one part of like our mission. What is my mission? Is it the right mission? Am I doing the right thing? Should I make this leap of faith? It's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of effort. Blood, sweat, tears, weeping, wailing, gnashing of teeth. Should I do it? Give me some confirmation. Nothing comes. Oh my gosh. It's kind of like Rocky Balboa in those movies when his wife wasn't really agreeing with him that he should fight Drago or fight whoever. And then suddenly when his wife there with him on the side, I love that part in Rocky 2. She wakes up from that coma she goes into after having her baby prematurely and she was hemorrhaging. This really great scene. She says, "Come here. I want you to do something for me." They're holding their brand new baby. She says, "Win." He's going to fight Apollo Creed, or he was going to fight Apollo Creed. Then he's going to give it up. She says, "Win." He looks at her like, "What? Win." And that starts this. You can see it in his eye, like, oh, it locked into place. And Mickey, his trainer, "What are we waiting for? Take us!" And they go, and that starts the whole montage of them working out and going crazy and running up the stairs and all that. Anyway, but it's that we need some confirmation sometimes. It's so hard when the confirmation is not there. But it's part of the journey sometimes. And it's not God ignoring you. He's not off on vacation, chilling on some celestial beach, ignoring you. He is the refiner. Sometimes he has to hold us in the fire to burn away impure parts of us, and or things that we need to fix or work on or grow with. But he's watching very closely. He's right there. He'll never let us burn too much. That's what we need it. So that's the message I want to share today. That God or the universe or your conscience, it is listening. It is there, and it will help you if you allow it. And if you're patient, sometimes it's really hard to be patient, but it's worth it. So worth it. So I hope you'll join me on this journey to overcome the fixed mindset. I do not have all the answers, like I said before. There are some people out there who I think do have a lot of the answers, maybe all the answers. Somebody I'm really inspired by is Cliff Ravenscraft. He is the mindset answer man. And wow, I'm just so inspired by him. And I think you should all listen to him and do everything he encourages you to do. He's really figured this stuff out. That's not the angle I'm coming from. I have no intention to, go up against Cliff or anything like that. I am sharing my journey. And my journey has a lot of music in it, has a lot of copywriting in it, has a lot of family and faith, God in it. And I hope that it can help you. And I hope you'll share your thoughts and share your fury and share your challenges so that we can, link arms and go on this journey together. Now, before I close out, I want to just clarify one thing. A few days ago, I posted online that I was going to launch a Heroes Fury kind of online course called the Beethoven School of Fury. I have every intention of doing this, but I put the cart before the horse, and I'm going to retract this for a little while. This is one of my big challenges, this bright, shiny object syndrome and bright, shiny idea syndrome. Oh my gosh, I have so many ideas. Maybe too many? I don't know. Maybe you can't have too many. But getting distracted from my goal is a problem. And right now, my main goal is to deliver the best I can to my copywriting clients. And I need to do that first and foremost. That's my bread and butter, how I'm supporting my family, and I need to support my clients. I have every intention of starting a course, but I'm just not quite ready yet. I need to focus, and I'm going to start putting it together gradually. But I feel like I have a lot to share and a lot I want to share on this journey, which is why in the interim, I've started this little Friday show where we're going to talk every Friday, and I'll turn it into a Spotify podcast about the Heroes Fury and this journey I'm on, this mindset journey. So I hope you'll join me on this mindset journey, and I hope you will share with me your journey, and we can help each other out. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening, and thanks for those who will share some of your story. I can't wait to hear and see if I can offer any advice or help or whatever, or just be there to hear you. Sometimes we just need to be heard, and I can be that. I can be a listening ear. So that's all for today. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. It's now the beginning of August. Can't believe it's finally here. Wow, this year is going so fast. But go out there and seek your dreams and fuel your fire with the fury that comes with challenges, and channel that fury into doing great things, into getting your message out and doing what you can to make your stamp on the world. That's all for today. I will see you. Goodbye.